Rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Ken and Ken take the stage, ready to play. Weekdays at 10, the cars and the scene. Coffee in hand, they're living the dream. Question in the voice, got the whole town awake. Bringing fire to the mic, make no mistake. Shows in the corner, spitting out facts. Dropping truth bombs, ain't holding back. Ken and Ken in the morning, feel the heat. From 10 a.m. CST, can take a seat. We live and loud, that break in the mind. Light up your speakers, crank up the sound. They're talking about life upside down. Opinions exploding like a sonic blast. In the studio, they're built to last. With passion and grit, they engage and ignite. Every single week, their foes can't fight. From sports to politics,
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good morning. Welcome to our edition of Ken and Ken in the morning. I just started sending this out, so but before I send this show out anymore today or do anything, and they'll catch this later as they catch up. A good friend of the show passed away on Monday. Nicholas, you guys saw him in the comments. Otherwise known as NARM. He passed away of a heart attack, age 34. At his home by himself. His mom found him the next day. I found out live last night during JB's roundtable that this had happened. I'm completely shocked. Just talked to him on Thursday. We had a little message exchange on another server that we're on together. Yeah, I'm just shocked, man. I'm just blown away by it still today. I had a hard time sleeping last night, and I've known Nicholas for about a year. We met on X and became fast friends, and we were in the same little circle of people that ran together, during the election cycle and doing X spaces and talking to each other in spaces for hours. I mean, we do these spaces. Was a great dude, man. Loved WWE wrestling. I swear you watch it 7 days a week. And Godzilla. Oh my God, Godzilla, man. This dude watched Godzilla movies daily. I think he saw every Godzilla product ever made.
And that was a lot of products. And I know I made one reference to Godzilla there, and I think I became his best friend over it.
Yeah, he's God, I still just I'm mad. And in a way, I'm mad at myself. I missed the memorial we had from on X yesterday because we were on our show. They messaged me, hey, can you come on? I'm like, I'm literally in the middle of a live podcast. I'll come after. And by the time we were done, they were done. But I can't say enough about Nicholas, man. Dude was like, the dude had every reason to be down. And he never was. Never was. Like, he always seemed up. So the other cool thing was, like, he wasn't the biggest football fan, but he knew his lines a bit, and he was a realist with it. Right. Wasn't the biggest football fan, but he had fun talking football, and that's something he really didn't do in much in his life until he started coming on our show. Yeah, man, we're gonna miss you, brother. We're gonna miss you, Norm. Nicholas. So, and him and Ken became friends because they every day he'd call out at about 10:45 in the morning. It was always at 10:45. Did you notice that, Ken?
Mm-hmm.
Every time, it was almost right at 10:45 every time. It was like a Steven Seagal movie, like, in all the early Steven Seagal movies, at exactly 45 minutes in, he clotheslined someone. Well, in our show, at exactly 45 minutes in, Nicholas would say it was time to light one up.
And again, as in last night, here's one for you, buddy.
So sending this out to all the different fan bases here. Yeah, so Nicholas, man, miss you, brother. Gonna miss you being on the show with us. Gonna miss you being on X, doing doing spaces on the Plex server, making comments about TV shows and your love of Godzilla. Yeah. All right. So let's just take about we'll take about a minute. Let's just have a minute if we can this morning for Nick. Let's just a moment of silence and we'll start that right about now. Thank you guys. You know, I was just thinking, it's like I wish we had the WWE bell. You can give him the bell.
The Finn Bell salute.
Yeah. But Nicholas, excuse me, geez, I might be joining you with this cough here pretty soon, brother. He'd be like, hey, we gotta, push on. We gotta move on. We gotta keep living our lives, and he'd be right. If you go to my X page, I posted a tribute to him on top of my page. And if you want to connect with other people who knew him, that's probably a good jumping point to do it. All right, let me catch up with some comments here. Good morning, Isaac. Yeah, he did, even though it's not going to come back with him. Thank you, Isaac. What the hell? No, don't put, whatever. Where are we at here? There we go. Good morning, Mitch. Morning, brother. That Yinzer in the house. Good morning, Matt. Yeah, Orlando, he did. He did. Yeah, that's my voice going, dude.
I was gonna say Ken's been dealing with being sick for about the past week.
Yeah, it's that this is not my normal voice at all. So let me try this. I'm not on the cam this morning because I'm just a wreck still from yesterday. And you guys probably don't want to see me coughing and hacking all day. Bad enough you have to hear it.
Oh, come on, the lung butter's good for viewers.
Yeah, right. But hey, I got some news this morning NFL wise. Let's just try to get back into some of that. Of course, the hooker population in Carolina has now significantly gone up. Ascended Hooker is now a Carolina Panther. So they've added another hooker to the community. Yeah, this is an analogy, brother. It is definitely not an analogy because I don't get it like that.
Yenzer, I'm the one with the terrible allergies. When you hear me coughing, hacking, any of that, that's what that is.
Yeah. But yeah, Hendon Hooker, the savior of the Lions compared to supposedly from some Lions fans a couple years ago, is now being a hooker in Carolina.
Yeah, and Kalen Kane from the Packers is now there. And as JV says, they now have Kane Hooker.
No, Jesus. It's either go five-time lot lizard.
Oh, that's horrible.
It is. That's why I liked it. Speaking of Micah Parsons, though, he did file a grievance over his fifth-year option salary, basically saying that the Cowboys have slotted him in the position slot that makes the contract cheaper for them versus what it should really be. So yeah, that's gonna King of Science Affections. Oh God,
fucking hear you there, buddy.
My mom gets those. Don Orton, ever watch Practice Squad? I like it for the Don. But this thing with Micah Parsons, man.
We'll give it some time. If it happens, absolutely awesome. I'm going to be parading down the fucking street. If it doesn't, it's kind of part of the course. Granted,
you know
it's
going to
be disappointing, but
I'm waiting for Washington for Dallas to say, okay, fine, we'll trade him. The Bears say, wait a minute, hold our beer. We'll match Green Bay's offer.
yeah. But you got to save those draft picks for a quarterback.
And that's exactly why, because all the trash talk the Bears take and everything else, the Cowboys would trade him to the Bears and not the Packers. And then just like with Khalil Mack, the Bears will go and win the division. Yeah, I don't know if he got Isaac. I don't know if he'd make it too many steps, man. It's hard to streak when you're using a walker.
Ken just has a fascination with naked cripples.
Hey, when it came to my wife was a naked cripple for a while, so hell yeah.
See, I told you. Yeah, and I got to start worrying if he's got hidden cameras in my room or something.
Yeah. Well, hey, Micah Parsons, though, I mean, I think this is a legit argument, though, he's making. He's like, you're slotting me in a linebacker position or an edge position instead of the proper linebacker position, and it's a difference of about $3 million. So I know it's weird. This whole saga with them. It just makes only Jerry Jones could snatch a loss from the mouth of victory. I hope if the Ravens got Parsons, yeah, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah. I think for Micah, this whole thing is a nightmare for the Cowboys, but it's like for Micah, I think it's just the fact that like you showed the pecking order already, right? Like Dak is number 1, CD is number 2, I'm number 3. You value me less than these guys. Like, because Micah last year said, "Oh no, it's okay, pay CD and then you can take care of me," right? But it's like, did he really mean that? Or was it like, hey, if that's what you want to do, like I'm cool with it, just take care of me later. And to me, I mean, it shows like, look at where the Cowboys spent their money, right? They gave Dak $60 million, they gave CD his millions, and Micah Parsons is still waiting.
Yeah.
And out of the 3, who's the most valuable?
Micah Parsons.
I'm going to say Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
So, and do you think Micah doesn't know that? Like, do you think he's unaware of that fact that he's the most valuable out of the 3? Like, so I think Micah's just at this point, he's like, the Cowboys don't really value me the way that, they don't understand my true value because they went and gave Dak $60 million a year. And, what is he doing for us?
I think if Micah goes to any team in the NFC North, everyone's like, oh, crap. If he goes to Philly, it's oh, crap. If he goes to Baltimore, it's oh, crap. There are a handful of teams that will sell their souls, and everyone's going to be like, oh, crap, if they do. If you went to Kansas City, people would be like, oh, crap.
I don't think Kansas City is going to get him.
I mean, no, but I mean, if he went there, that defense,
yeah, it would suck. It would suck for sure.
I mean, these are just places where if he went, it's like, oh crap. And look, we kind of know what everyone knows what the Packers offered us 2 firsts and a 5th. There you go, do better. Hey, I'll give you 2 firsts and a 4th. Keep raising the bar. So the good news, I mean, look, I give the Packers credit for making the offer. The problem for them is now everyone knows the offer, and anyone else who's interested knows how to beat the offer. And now we're gonna get this little bidding war in Dallas. Unfortunately, he's gonna profit out of it. Micah Parsons, filing this grievance. I don't know how this grievance, this grievance is going to affect things too. The only way it doesn't affect things is if Jerry comes and offers him a contract and negates it all. It makes it better. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I got a feeling whether or not he comes to Green Bay, I think Micah Parsons is done in Dallas.
Yeah, Matt. There's
a lot of tacky shit that went with that. There's been a lot of fighting between Jerry Jones and Parsons' agent.
Well, no, just like Matt on this though, his contract, yes, he signed it, but now he filed a grievance about that contract because they're trying to slot him in such a way that literally costs him money because they're not going to slot him properly, just for the on the roster, so they can say, well, see, look, we don't have to give you this, we can give you $3 million less. So did he really? You know what I'm saying? That's them manipulating the contract after it's been signed, so to speak, in a way. And it is illegal. It is a loophole, but come on, man. I think Micah's punched Jerry in the nose, and Jerry doesn't like it.
The sad thing is, Isaac, I can see it though.
Yeah. So look at this thing is going to go on for a minute. So we'll keep tracking it. If a jet starts going to Green Bay from Dallas, then we'll probably lose the line.
It's like this dude, whoever he is in the comments, saying that Micah should just shut up and play, right? Like,
Matt,
okay, so if you had a job where you were outperforming your salary, and they said, yeah, you know what? We actually decided to classify you as something else so that we could pay you a little less. And if you're unhappy, we can just franchise tag you for the next 2 years. And then after that, you're free to go. Like,
and lock you in. We can lock you in at that cheaper rate that we're going to designate you as just because we can. Yeah. I mean, look at Matt. I in more time, in some ways, I understand Matt. I agree with Matt. But then Micah's got a valid point, though, and look at if they were slotting him.
Actually, Ken, you've been the one for a while now saying, if you sign a contract, play out your contract, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the fact that you're like coming to the side of Micah on this one, I'm just trying to point out that you've always traditionally been like.
Yeah, he has a valid point, though. I mean. Because that's like,
I don't disagree.
It's not like a quarterback, right? Like when a quarterback signs that rookie deal for 5-year rookie deal, when Caleb signed the contract, he's going to be slotted as a quarterback, not a wide receiver 3 for pay. If you're a running back, you're going to be slotted as a running back, not a tight end for pay.
No, you might get slotted as a fullback if they're real assholes.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But then you could file the grievance like Micah has. So,
there you go, Eric.
Good morning, our young Padawan. So I mean, that's why I'm more with Mike on this case because they're playing with it and it's not showing good faith. I mean, that's the other thing. Like when the employer consistently shows bad faith, you start to erode that goodwill you have towards, hey, the dude signed a contract, he should play. But then they're starting to show all this bad will. It's like, dude. Like only Jerry Jones could create a loss out of a victory. Like Jerry Jones is taking people who would probably normally support him with, hey, you signed a contract, play, and now turning them against him. So, that thing. Well, he tried to talk to Micah and make a deal without his agent too, which probably violates the collective bargaining agreement, if we're being honest. So, going out now, airing stuff out to the media, that's always happened, dude.
That's completely normal.
Yeah.
I mean, we see that all the time. Like,
yeah, but Isaac, you work for the federal government and on a federal pay scale. A little bit different. And you probably got at least your 2 years in, so you're hard to fire. Yeah, well, they'll make the room. Jerry will find a way.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I
Whoa,
kind of feel like that's what Jerry's going to do.
Eric,
spicy.
your lips to God's ears.
To Las Vegas.
No, to Green Bay.
To
He'll be,
Las
he'll
Vegas.
be, he'll be,
Welcome to Las Vegas, Micah Parsons.
yeah.
No, I kind of see Jerry dude, I honestly kind of see Jerry like, I could see him doing that to Micah. Like Jerry doing whatever he has to do to make sure that Micah stays like on the franchise tag. Like he'll cut players just to make sure that Micah can't go anywhere
Oh,
just to spite
oh
him, dude.
no, he'll do other things like, hey, Dak, let's restructure this deal, and I'm going to give you like a $30 million like bonus, right? So that comes off. Because remember, they got ways they can spend the money without it coming off the cap, and they'll convert it to something else that frees up cap space while still
Yeah,
paying.
that for some reason, when Dak went to go put his jersey on, it was lined with a shit ton of $100 bills.
Yeah, or the keys to a new yacht. I don't think it matters what he wants to be. It's where.
Oh, I think he would love to play with Max Crosby.
No, I think he would too.
Nah, he'd much rather play with Rashawn Gary.
I like Rashawn Gary too, but come on, man. Like
Hey,
Rashawn
Rashawn
Gary
Gary had better numbers than Max last year.
so 1 year. Impressive.
How are we going to say, hey, it's the year I got to hang my hat on. Leave me alone.
And I like Rashawn Gary. Like, actually, Nick was really pissed when you guys got Rashawn Gary, and I tried to tell him, dude, I watched him at Michigan. He's going to be a stud. That was a great pick. And, but yeah, Rashawn Gary and Max Crosby are not the same. And come on, like, let's just be honest. Like, Micah would love to play. Wouldn't you love to have a player like that's if not equal to your caliber, at least just a shade under your caliber playing at the other bookend?
Yeah, I was going to say Max Crosby's good, but I think I'd put Micah Parsons just one tier above him.
Dude, let's be honest. If the dude has his druthers, he wants to go to a major market team that is going to contend within the next 2 years, 2 to 3 years. That's what he's looking for. Because why? Endorsement opportunities.
I was going to say he can be the front runner for Quick Trip.
Yeah. Or you know what? Dunkin' Donuts can go, Chicago runs on Micah, and he's on every Dunkin' Donuts poster in the city of Chicago and making millions for it, kind of like Duncan Keith was. I mean, dude, Khalil Mack made so much money in Chicago off of endorsements. It was sick. I mean, that's not saying why he'd come to Chicago, but like Vegas, Baltimore, all these major places are much more appealing than Green Bay. I mean, Rashawn Gary's nice to play with, but I think he'd rather play with Montez Sweat and Grady Jarrett and
no, he wouldn't want to play with Kenny Clark at all, or Devontae Wyatt.
Who?
Whoa, like you haven't paid attention to football at all last year.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't think, and this isn't even like I'm not trying to be a hater or nothing. I just don't think Mike is going to end up in Green Bay. Like I don't think Gary's going to trade him there because you guys are already whipping their ass in the playoffs. What do you think's going to happen if he sends Micah over to you? Like,
Joe, do you really have to rain on
God.
Dude, if Parsons went to Pittsburgh, they're winning Super Bowl. It don't even matter who they have on offense at that point. Like they're gonna have like the low. Every opponent is gonna have the lowest scoring game in NFL history that season. It's gonna be like 3 points. They're gonna average 3 points a game.
Hey Isaac, I'll give you McKinney last year, but I'm gonna be interested to see what he does now without with the other side of the ball other side of the field looking a bit different. Because his best games were when Jair played, and now Jair's gone. So it's gonna be interesting to watch how good McKinney is this year.
Well,
but I'll give you that a little bit.
He was still rotating between the first overall safety and the second overall safety all year long, with or without Jair there. His interception numbers just went down.
Yeah. Door.
Dorn, I don't care about last year, dude. That isn't painfully obvious by now.
Yeah, Denver. Ooh, if he went to Denver and that's
Oh,
an
yeah.
AFC team, I could see that.
Hey, in a world according to Dorn, because he like the typical trash talking Packer fan. Because I know some Packer fans who are like good football talking Packer fans. But in the Dorn world, everyone should go to Green Bay because they've been the best of all time in every category, period. And therefore, every player should aspire to go to Green Bay.
I don't see anything wrong with that logic.
Hey, but let's talk about Denver though, because that's actually a possibility that I hadn't even considered.
Yeah,
they have their quarterback.
Yep.
They're building a monster defense over there, and they have the draft capital. I don't know. Do they have cap space to pay him?
They'll find it. They'll make the way. They'll find a way to do it. I mean, look at. I think that's a good place. You know where else is a good place this year? The Chargers.
I don't know if the Chargers have the cap space though. I don't know if they can make it because they had cap problems before.
Yeah, but they'll find a way. Some of those cap problems loosened up. And
they did get rid of Bosa and Khalil Mack's not with them anymore. Yeah, the Chargers would be that would not be good.
So there are some other possibilities out there that we're not like. Look, I'm going to rule out teams like the Colts and the Jaguars. Well, the Jaguars maybe not.
I wouldn't rule either of them out because Jerry's an asshole. And I was like, I'll trade you, but I'll trade you to the Saints or the Colts.
But
I would rule out the Jaguars because they already gave up their first next year to Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland, and then I'd rule out NOLA because they're in cap hell. And here's the thing too: if Micah goes, you can trade me to Cleveland, but I'm not signing the contract, and Cleveland's not going to trade for him.
Mm-hmm.
So, because you're not going to trade for a problem that's not going to sign.
But honestly, if you're Micah, why wouldn't you go to Cleveland and go play with Myles Garrett? Like, I mean, that would be another monster defensive line that, like, man.
Man, you know what, Orlando? You mean kind of like either Chicago or Minnesota, who both have rookie quarterback wages? They both do.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be that because the Raiders, they're paying Geno like $35 million, and they still have cap space. We have $35 million right now, and we have $100 million next season. We could easily take on Micah's contract, but we just don't. I don't want to give up 2 firsts for him.
There's a lot of interesting destinations and a lot of teams that are that. Like, look at the Bears. You can make an argument for the Bears giving up the first rounder. If you look at the Bears roster, the biggest concern that most Bears fans have is, well, we need another edge rush. If we get that, we're good. Well, that would solve that issue, right? What do we need to use a first rounder on next year?
A safety.
Not if we re-sign the 4 guys we got. Yeah, I need a safety in the second round. I mean, I can get good. The safeties I got now are like second, third rounders. So. No, I mean, and there's free agency for that too. But Brisker, they'll probably, he wasn't a first rounder. We're just waiting to see how healthy he is before we sign him off, extend him off his rookie deal, which ends this year. Byard is a little bit older, but if he's still playing a high level, they'll re-sign him. I think Jonathan Owens just like doing these year-to-year deals on him, but he might get an extension during the year because he's been a solid backup. He's kind of what Green Bay said he was. He's a solid backup, and he is. He doesn't light it up a lot, but he does light it up some.
He's not bad coming in for a few games or for a few snaps, but you definitely don't want him starting.
So I mean, and they're not. The Commanders are. Oh yeah, the Commanders could do it.
But that's a division rival.
The Pats.
Yeah, the Pats.
I mean, but they need offensive help. If I was the Raiders, I wouldn't give up 2 first-round picks, but I would. I mean, Jacoby Myers just asked for a trade. I would hey, how about we give you next year's first, a third, and a fifth, and Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, we'll give Dobbs and that extra first.
You can't trade Hobbs. He's injured.
Yeah.
Dobbs with a D.
Oh, Dobbs. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Dobbs's value is lower, I think, than Myers, but you could do it. Myers is coming off
I
a 1,200-yard season last year,
oh
as quiet as
okay
it's
yeah
kept.
Thank you,
okay
Mitch.
yeah I forgot that he hit 1,200 last year.
Yeah, thank you, Mitch.
R.I.P. Nick. Nick who?
Nicholas.
Yeah,
you-
the guy that would comment on our show a lot.
Nick, the TriStar or
No, not the guy that would come on in the morning show that him and I would always talk about smoking weed. The Lions fan there.
oh
Nicholas Abram Regan Martinez, otherwise known as NARM.
what?
Yeah, he passed
That
away on
name?
Monday. Yeah, he passed away Monday of a heart attack. I found out last night while we were live on JB's show.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to his family, man. That sucks. The dude with the 80-inch flat screen, like the one who was like
No. 86 inch. Remember, guys, I have
86 inch. Yeah, the one
85.
who was
Yeah,
always
but
like
he'd be
he
like,
was
but Ken,
watching
I
us
have
on
an
an
86.
86-inch
Like,
screen.
damn it. Yeah, he'd watch us on the 86.
Oh man.
Yeah, so yeah, dude was a good dude, man. He just moved out. He had been in the same duplex for 15 years. He had just moved to a new place. And his dog had passed away about a year ago. He just got some kittens not long ago. And dude always was happy, man. The dude had every reason not to be, but he always was. So supposedly no team wants to take on Myers' salary. That was one team that wanted the Raiders to pay some of that salary.
Yeah.
But you're talking a Michael Parsons trade, that's a little bit different, man. It
Yeah.
changes. Yeah.
If we give him our first, a third, let's say a first, a third, and a fifth, and Jacoby Myers, and maybe even like give him a second in the fall in the next year, like like I just don't want to give up 2 firsts.
The Jets are interesting. Big market team. Go to the Jets are stealing are using the Gotham. They're going with the whole Gotham FC thing now for the Jets, which is funny. It struck me when I saw it said football's Gotham, right? It's like the Jets advert, and you're like, so you're doing the Gotham FC thing. Who's, by the way, one of their owners is Eli Manning, a former Giant. Just kind of weird, but okay. But yeah, if we're gonna call the Jets Gotham now, Micah and Gotham, that'd be scary.
Yeah, but it's kind of fitting though, because look at the Jets, and then look at what happened to Gotham in that last Batman movie with Christian Bale.
Yeah, Gotham FC just won a title not long ago though too. So
wait, hold on. If the Jets are Gotham, would that make Buffalo Joker or Bane?
I don't know. You know what though? I mean,
Yep.
yeah. Well, Yinzer, you know what though, man? The Jets are making some moves, man. I think they're gonna make some noise this year.
I still don't know.
I'm not positive they're finishing in the basement, but I think that I don't think they're winning the division, but I think they finished somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, you can't be a
I put them
Dorn.
in third.
Look at it. You can't be a Dorn and live based off last year's results. It's a new year with new teams, new coaches, player changes, and everything else. Last year's completely thrown out the window. History is great and all when you want to talk smack. But look, we've beaten you 100 times out of 100 times out of 150. Great. That's great for trash talk, but not for reality, right? In reality, none of that shit matters anymore. It really does. It makes good trash talk. It makes good, little talking points when we're talking about a game. But the reality of it is, it doesn't mean jack. And when you look at
it does have some bearing because if things start to go
what
wrong,
happened in 1960 or 1970,
you get that. Here we go again.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That's a mindset for fans, not for players.
I've heard players talk about it.
I actually think the Jets, I think they'll be improved over last year for sure. Like, they have offensive weapons, they have defensive players. It's just they're going to go as far as Justin Fields can take them, and so we'll see how that goes. But Justin Fields was looking good last year for the Pittsburgh, man, and then they benched him at 4-2, which I didn't understand. I'm like, he's winning you games.
I'm now joined by the best sports commentator in the business, the grandbaby who you can't see. He too is coughing. That's right, because you got me sick, little man. Love you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's telling you the prospects for the Bears this year. Uh-oh.
I was gonna say for the Jets. That's his Jets prognostication. He's like, uh-oh.
Oh. Bye.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's too cute.
Who do the Jets have at receiver besides Garrett Wilson, though?
I can't think offhand besides Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I'm wondering, like, who's their number 2 and number 3?
I am drawing a blank right now, to be honest.
Because I think that's going to make a difference. Like, who do they got at tight end? Who's, like, what is their total offense looking like?
I'm telling you, man, cuteness. That baby's cute. That baby's cute. I can't show you guys pictures. His mom would. Lazard is their second? Yeah, I don't know. Hey, but speaking of receivers,
Ken showed his grandson the Lions starting offensive line, and he was like, "Uh-oh,
they're in trouble. They suck." Hey, let me get some other news out of the way before I forget. I watch the clock. So Rashee Rice, the 6-game suspension came down. He accepted the 6-game suspension. He will not be trying to shorten it. He's just going to take it as is. So that's interesting for the kingdom there. Of course, Adam Thielen's back in Minnesota. Happy for Thielen on that regard. Not happy for the Vikings.
it's his farewell tour."
Yeah. Marcus Epps is going back to the Eagles at the safety. Yeah, so that's really some of the other news. I mean, we had all the transactions yesterday. Of course, Zadarius Smith is still a free agent. However, something that was pointed out yesterday, the Lions still have a roster spot open. They only have 52 on their 53. A lot of people believe that's for Zadarius Smith. So we'll see if that happens.
Oh, the Raiders waived Thayer Munford, and they got Stone Forsythe.
Yeah, you never know when a Vikings fan is watching.
Yeah, But he is cute, though.
Parsons sweepstakes still going.
Still in full drive.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about that at all this offseason or camp. Is Tyreek and whether he said at the end of the year, I want to be, I'm out of here, and they took it back. Oh, I'm not. But there's still some persistent rumors about Tyreek Hill being, I said a couple weeks ago that I think Miami is going to suck this year, and I think that he's going to be one of those guys at the trade deadline that the Dolphins will be sellers, and they'll get like a second-round pick for him at the trade deadline kind of thing.
Yeah. When they could have traded him now and got possibly a first.
No, I don't think would get a first for him, to be honest with you.
I mean, he's still Tyreek Hill. He's still fast.
Is he though? He's
fast.
It's
hard to tell because he's got Tua throwing him the ball.
His production is down. His injuries are up. Is he?
Yeah. I don't know, but
hard sell for a first rounder, but
I think there's some teams that might be willing to find out.
Not for a first rounder. I think Tyreek Hill's too old for that now.
So you're telling me, like, if it was let's say you're Green Bay, that's going to be a late first rounder. You're telling me you wouldn't give up a late first rounder to get Tyreek over there right now?
A second?
That makes
a
more
late
sense.
Second, yes. A first rounder.
No, a late. No, actually, no. Joe's got actually somewhat of a valid point there.
I get what Joe's saying. I just don't know if I want to go that route for Tyreek Hill with his age, and you already know he can be an issue in the locker room. Not that he's horrendous or like he's even Stephon Diggs, but he's known to cause a bit of problems too.
Oh, he comes with his own built-in cheering section for all the kids he has.
He said Tyreek to Denver. Please don't let that happen.
Yeah, Tyreek to Denver does sound pretty good.
Don't let that happen.
it seems like you're praying to God on that one.
Actually, you know where you don't want to see Tyreek? A dome team. Tyreek to the Rams. Oh God, no. Or like an indoor team where he can just run and doesn't have
Or
to
the
worry about
Lions.
weather. Yeah. You know.
But the Lions don't spend their money, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. But you know what though? I mean, honestly,
Tyreek to San Francisco. Ooh.
we're talking though at the trade deadline. So teams that would be looking for a receiver that would be in the hunt to make a run. The Lions, I could see the Lions do it. I could see the Packers do it. I could see, Baltimore.
The Niners. I mean, I don't know if the Niners have the cap space, but the Niners could use a receiver.
I don't know. Yeah, they could use one, but I don't know if they're going to be in the hunt because I wouldn't be shocked if they end up in the basement of their division.
You know, we're talking at the trade deadline. They don't need 30 million. They need like 15 or so. So I don't know. Okay, there we go. Well, at least he didn't say Zadarius Smith is better than Parsons, so we want him over Parsons. But then again, Jim is known to be a level-headed Lions fan. So, I mean, but you're talking at the trade deadline. The cap spaces, most teams will have the cap space. Even the teams that we would rule out right now, we could rule in then because they're talking they might have to move $1 or $2 million by. Well, when they add them to a 53-man roster and they move something else in it, they'll free up the space. So then we get Mitch. Okay, dude. You're not stacked. You are not stacked.
Yeah, Amon-Ra, and that's it.
You have the third, maybe the fourth best receiving room in the division.
I mean, you guys don't believe in Vanillatron?
No.
But come on, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, see, the Commanders make sense too. I mean, these are teams like. I mean,
but they got dude. That would actually think about it. You got Tyreek, Debo, and Terry.
Yeah,
like that's scary, dude.
I mean, Minneapolis would make some sense too because you add him to that duo, and now they've got a trio. I in a way, I don't think the Bears would do it because they got Luther. I don't know if they could do it. I just don't know if they would do it. But that could always, if he could improve them, they would do it.
What about like Arizona?
Oh, Arizona for sure too.
Arizona could use him.
Yeah.
Pair him with Marvin Harrison, like.
Yeah, and Yinzer, were you talking about Buffalo's cold front uniforms?
Yes, Steelers.
Yeah.
That may not happen though because they may want to trade him out of the AFC. But yeah, that could happen.
Mayotron.
Yeah, so I mean, but I'm thinking Tyreek might be if he gets traded. I think if the Dolphins start selling at the deadline, they might get rid of him and Waddle and some other pieces too. And at the trade deadline, obviously it'll be depends where people are at, right? Oh yeah, Ken, those uniforms.
Those ones look pretty nasty.
Hey, you know what? I thought about something too. Like, Ken, you brought up Tyreek going to a dome team, right? And we're talking about him potentially going to an NFC team. What about the Falcons with Michael Penix throwing him the ball? Like, Michael Penix is the only guy in the NFL probably that has the arm that could reach Tyreek 70 yards downfield.
Yeah.
Like,
all right, hey,
dude,
Mitch, to your question, that might be the most talented Lions wide receiver room you can ever think of. It's still maybe the third or fourth best in the NFC North right now. Sorry.
What's up, Nick? Don't say what. Oh, going to the Falcons.
Oh, Mitch, gotta love Mitch, man. I love Mitch. Oh,
One thing you gotta give Mitch. He loves his Lions, man.
yeah, he does. But no, I mean, obviously, I'll be situational with Tyreek though. Come trade deadline. I don't know if the Falcons would be making a move. They might not be in it at the trade deadline. Then again, they might. That division's. I mean, it depends on how good.
It's
How
just a
much?
buck.
Yeah, it just depends on where Tampa is in there and if they can win that division by adding them. Because I think if you don't win that division, you don't get in the playoffs. Um,
Dude.
but there's some interesting places that I mean, it's hard to tell whoever's going to be in playoff contention. But like Baltimore comes to mind.
I think the Falcons would be interesting though for Tyreek. Like,
Yeah,
you got Drake London over there, you got Kyle Pitts, you got Bijan Robinson, like him and Penix together, like yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that it makes a lot of sense. I don't know if they have the cap space to do it, but
Oh, come on, man. Tesla's the shit, don't you know? Oh, I meant the car, not the player. Oh,
um
nothing.
nothing. The Raiders aren't. They've said that they're not going to trade him, but I mean, who knows? People say they're not going to get traded all the time, and then they get traded. I think if the proper offer comes along and he really wants to leave, I think they would probably let him go. We just signed Amari Cooper for a year. Not that I don't think that that's like a great replacement, but at least it's better than like having to rely on a 7th round pick or a 6th round pick or something, you know.
Hey, can you miss this? Let me show you Mitch's last raving.
Oh, jeez.
7 slot receivers.
Drugs are cheap where he lives, I guess. I don't know.
Man, dude, send me some then.
No shit.
Man, I wonder what an offense would look like with
You know
seven
what's funny?
slot
You know what's
receivers.
funny though? He's referencing the DJ Moore lining up in the backfield some for some trick play stuff, probably down the road, right? Practice. That's been reported. Last year, guess what JMO's biggest plays were? Running plays.
In the rounds.
Yeah. Those were his biggest plays last year. So please, Mitch. The Neiltron is so cringe. The Lions just are in general. Hey, I will say, I will give the Lions credit, though. They brought back Skipper. Come on, man. The dude's like a national fan favorite now because of the whole thing in Dallas. I mean, yeah,
Oh, because he doesn't know how to report properly?
exactly. Exactly. But trade deadline's gonna be interesting this year, though, too. Like you got guys like Tyreek. I don't think he's gonna get moved before the season starts. I think. Yeah, Miami thinks they want to see where they are in the division. They got some good young guys on the roster coming up. They got some good young guys on the practice squad, like AJ Henning. So
Yeah,
I mean,
but if Miami starts off 2-4, I think that Tyreek's on the block.
Yeah, I think so too. Bro, ain't no one jealous of your Lions.
Nope. I was going to say, you got to put some hardware in that trophy case first.
Yeah. The Vikings, too.
What the heck? Look at Jimmy.
Jim, I have no idea how you haven't heard it because a shit ton of Lions fans for Tesla are fucking running with the Vanillatron name.
And according to Mitch, he's probably the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. So,
No, he's better than Randy Moss.
Yeah. These are the same guys who thought Hendon Hooker was a savior. Okay, Mitch. I mean, sure.
Coleslaw.
Yeah, I've heard that one quite a few times too.
Coleslaw.
Oh my goodness. Well, they can't Netflix and Hooker anymore.
Dude. I mean, the season's going to start soon, right? Like we finally, after all this off-season stuff, it's like we're finally going to get into some real football here soon.
There you
I'm excited
go.
for that.
Tesla was going to be the best third wide receiver in the league, damn it.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, and then we get Jim, the counter to Mitch, the level-headed Lion fan.
Yeah. We need to come up with a nickname for Brock Bowers.
I thought you already named him.
I'm telling you, you got to find out whatever that porn star's name that the Vikings put up is a soldier. Since he looks just like him, since he shaved his head, that's what the fan base has to start calling him. I'm telling you.
Well, make sure you tune in this year for the coronation.
Look at Joseph's the name Browers. His nickname is Gold Jacket, okay?
Gold jacket. There you go. This year, I made the prediction already, like early in the offseason. By the end of this year, Brock Bowers is going to be the consensus #1 tight end in football. In fact, ESPN already named him the #1 tight end in football after 1 year.
Well,
So,
you know how much we trust ESPN. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got a few more days.
And that's fair, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Got a few more days.
J-Mo might not be back, so he might just get promoted because J-Mo is gone. Like J-Mo, really, look at people forget. J-Mo last year was a make or break year for him whether he'd make the roster, and he had a good year, but his best plays are running plays. He had a couple nice receptions throughout the year, but his biggest impact was on those end arounds. If he doesn't have another good year, dude, he's gone after this year. They're not going to pick up that fifth-year option. You know, they're not going to keep him around. So J-Mo, oh, wait, no, J-Mo wasn't a first-rounder, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. J-Mo may be gone. I don't know if J-Mo stays with the Lions past this year, to be honest. He kind of saved his career last year, but he's got to do it 2 years in a row now. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that there. So, you know, and that's just honest. I mean, if he has another good year with end arounds and makes a couple nice grabs and key moments, yeah, he'll stick. But J-Mo is very much on that bubble.
You know what? I'm just going to throw this out there. I would be interested to see what LaFleur could do with J-Mo. Like, I think he could find a way to get the most out of him.
Yeah, but with J-Mo's immaturity, I kind of wonder how he'd fit on the team. As long as that stuff's in his past, I wouldn't be against it. But he'd have to prove that all that nonsense is in the past.
Yeah, and J-Mo's not making big money. I'm sorry. He's not even getting anywhere near St. Brown. No.
But see, that's the thing is like that kind of shit won't fly in Green Bay. Like, so I think, you know, he'll learn that pretty quick if he was on that roster. Like, he'll learn like from the guys around him, like, oh, that shit don't fly. You know, the shit that I was able to get away with over here is not going to work here. Like, I think also that a team like Green Bay might give him the discipline and the focus that could, you know, turn him into something.
Surprised? Why am I not surprised? I mean, but then again, look at Watson, though. Look at honestly, though, last year Watson was in the same boat J-Mo was, make or break year, right? He had to have a decent year to stay on the roster, and he had a good enough year to stay on the roster.
Yeah, I was going to say he looked like he was taking over that #1 receiver position until he blew out his ACL.
So, Watson is another guy who's kind of bubblish. Like, I don't think, and he's not going to get big money either. I mean, Watson is very up and down career. It's going to be interesting. I mean, so, John, I would say that's a terrible take, but it's not much of one either, though.
When is he coming back? When is Watson coming back? Isn't he going to be out till like week 10 or something?
No. He's coming back week 6. because since we have the bye week 5, he'll be back week 6.
Okay.
And then he'll be back out week 8.
About the
He'll
same
have like-
time Caleb
he'll have
Williams
like
is
6
back.
touchdowns.
Funny.
He'll have like
Wait.
6 touchdowns in those 2 games, and then he'll blow a knee and he'll be gone.
Wait. Mitch and Dorn going at each other, so this is why I'll never be taken seriously. Mitch, we don't take you or Dorn seriously. So are you arguing with Dorn which one we take less seriously? Because at least Dorn, and I'll give Dorn credit, does have some solid takes that he comes when he's not trash talking that he comes up with now and then.
And he doesn't call Jared Goff the number 3 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
Look at the numbers.
No, look at the numbers. He's the number 3 quarterback in all of existence.
So, like, but Yinzner's right there. Let's see what Dorn. Watson's better career stats than JMO or Dobbs.
Yeah.
But once again, though, I'm going to refer back up to this. JMO over Watson because Watson is injury prone and still has more drops. I mean, all the dropsies, but that's an interesting argument between the two. It's something we should have a tracker for those two this year to see who has a better year.
I'm taking Watson over JMO if I'm honest. Just because even with the injury history, like his big play ability is something that, if he could just find a way to stay healthy, he would be a superstar.
JMO does have some big playability though too. He's got some speed as well. That's why he
doesn't make the flashy plays that Watson makes though. Like Watson, when you get the ball in his hands downfield, he's a threat, man.
JMO on those end arounds, man. Some of those runs are pretty flashy, and he did have some really nice deeper flash plays last year. I think his problem is he has Jared Goff trying to deliver the ball downfield to him, and Jared Goff might not be the right quarterback for JMO's speed. He needs like a guy with a better cannon. I don't know.
Penix? JMO to the Falcons?
I mean, so that might be some situational with the quarterback. Because I don't know. Would you say Love has more strength in the arm than
Absolutely.
Goff? That's not saying much there, Yinzer.
I was going to say, yeah, J-Mo might not have as bad of an injury history, but he does have an injury history and on top of all his other nonsense.
Yeah, I'm taking Watson if I had my choice. Like, I'm taking Watson and I'm getting a new strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, do not let J-Mo throw the ball, please.
Because Watson has that ability, like he could take a 5-yard slant and turn it into a 75-yard touchdown, And I mean, I guess J-Mo, he has the speed to do it, but I just haven't seen him do it. Is there a third
option? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Adam Thielen. There you go.
Yeah, I'll give you that, Jim.
That's a reasonable take, Jim. Goff is in the top 10, but outside the top 5. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the North is going to be so much fun this year.
Yeah, a lot of good games. You guys are going to cannibalize each other, though.
Yeah, that's the black and blue, baby. That's the way it works here. So
I think the NFC West is going to be like that, too.
Yeah, sorry, Joe. On that last terrible take, we have to bid you farewell. Once again, rest in peace, Norm, my friend. We'll miss you. And as Norm would say, just because everyone should hear this every day, I love you. Have a good day, everyone.